Hey guys, it's Mike Mackerlin with another episode of Workout 101 on workouttrainer.com right here at Total Body Fitness Gym in Oak Park, California. Today we're going to be talking about calves. Now this comes with a disclaimer. Genetically, I was not gifted with calves, okay? I trained my butt off, my legs are exceptionally strong, but my calves, I'm bow-legged and I have a very long tendon, so my calves just are as good as they're going to get. And I've tried and trained my butt off. But that doesn't necessarily mean I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to how to actually grow the calves. So I'm going to explain to you guys how to emphasize both the calves, which is known as the gastrocnemius, and then also the soleus, because that is what makes up the lower leg, the majority of the lower leg, big muscles when you're walking, running, or when you're doing any type of calf raise. So I'm going to explain to you guys the differences between two of the most common movements. And when you are limited on equipment, because I know not a lot of gyms, maybe some of you train at home, you guys don't have a whole lot of equipment. If you have a Smith machine or you have just a barbell in general, I'm going to show you guys how to actually execute calf raises as well as seated calf raises that emphasize both the soleus as well as the gastrocnemius, which are the muscle groups that make up the lower leg, okay? At least the posterior portion on the back part here, okay? So first things first, we're on an advanced Smith machine which has both horizontal and vertical movement. Most Smith machines just have vertical movement. So for these purposes, this represents a little bit more of a free barbell, which is still okay. But what you want to do is you want to get either a box or a little bit of a plate. You want to be able to have something to where you have both dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. This is called dorsiflexion. This is plantar flexion and dorsiflexion, okay? Which means you're just basically doing a calf raise, all right? And you want both extension and flexion in your calves in order to work those muscles properly, just the same way as you would want both extension and flexion when you're doing a bicep curl. So when you do it, it's very simple. As you come off here, and you unrack, you're simply just going to step back on the box, allow for flexion in the calves. I like getting a little bit of a bend in my knee because it represents more of a jump. And as you come up and right back down, come up and pause and right back down. Pause and right back down. Pause and right back down, okay? That is a typical movement. I know it's not rocket science, but that standing calf raise, because you are in a standing position, you're emphasizing the gastrocnemius, which is the heart-shaped muscle back here. So in a standing position, you're emphasizing your gastrocnemius, which is your calf. Your soleus, which lies on the outer portion and underneath the gastrocnemius, that is emphasized when you are in a seated position. So if I were to take the barbell down here, okay, and now I were to go into a seated calf raise, and I know a lot of gyms have machines, but we don't have that here, so we're improvising. Because you are in a seated position here, what it does is it puts a different angle as well as different tension and length. It's a length-tension relationship because my knees are bent here. Because my knees are bent, now my gastrocnemius, or my calf, is not the primary muscle group involved. It is more of my soleus, which is a part of the posterior portion of the legs, but it lies on the outer inner portion of the calf here. Okay, so if you can see my soleus lying on the outer portion under here, my gastrocnemius is this ball here. That is what makes up the anatomy of the calves. And as you come down here, you want the same thing. You want extension to where the heels are able to go down. And as you come up, flexion and pause for just a second, and then right back down, okay? So when you're doing calves, and trust me guys, I do train calves, but again, just genetics. Some people, they don't have a big peak in their biceps, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's just because of the length of the tendon. Same thing with calves, same thing with a lot of other areas, but you do your best. So you try and work in excess of those lagging muscle groups. Mine just happen to be in my calves. but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm weak down there, because I'll tell you what, I'll out squat anybody out there. So, but my point is when you're doing these particular exercises, it is important to understand what your goals are and what muscle groups you're targeting and emphasizing in order to get the results that you want. So my goal is just to make sure that you guys have a good understanding of what you're doing in the gym, so you can be aware of the things that you're trying to accomplish and the goals you're trying to achieve. If you guys have any questions, or you want a workout program that utilizes these movements to where it's going to help you with get stronger, bigger calves, or actually the best of your ability, log in and sign up and become members of the site, guys. The website is free. There are optional upgrades that allow you access to advanced features, so I highly encourage you guys to check it out. There's download hundreds of all the workout programs. We have custom plans that nobody else in the entire fitness industry has access to, because I'm the one who writes all of them. So until next time, guys, this is Mike McElroy with another episode of Workout 101 on workouttrainer.com, right here at Total Body Fitness Gym in Oak Park, California. Take care.